Hello, this is Sarita and I'm speaking to you today from Soulhenge, and I'm here to help you understand the truth about who you are. Now, what I wanted to share with you today was a bit of a really interesting conversation that I had with one of my friends the other day called Aiko. She's just like a living angel. Aiko, if you're watching this, I love you. Anyway, we were having a really interesting conversation about the fact that we often, as humans, berate ourselves when we fall off the wagon, if you like, of our own virtue. So what I mean by that is, you know, let's say I get annoyed with somebody, or I go into despair, or I have an argument with a family member or something like that. You know, when you can't be the witness, when you're struggling not to feel gratitude, when you basically fall off the wagon and you're doing the things that all of this inner work and training is to try to pull you out of, basically. You know, we're all trying to be more loving, unconditional beings, more sovereign beings, more aligned to source consciousness and all those things. And it was really interesting. We started to talk about how, well, she started to say to me, you know, the thing is that what happens is each time we experience something like that, like getting annoyed, what it's doing is it's giving us more diversity in our experience, in our expression as source consciousness, especially for people, I think, like you guys who are on the channel, who spend quite a lot of time, more than most people, in meditation, in higher resonant frequencies, in altered states or bliss states or expanded states of consciousness. So what's happening when you're someone like this is you get those sort of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9D moments or whatever, when you're really in ecstasy and bliss and beautiful states of consciousness, but you're also, as a human being, having those moments where you trip up and you get annoyed, you know. And what it's giving us is a real diversity of experience, a breadth of expression as the conduits of the divine, which is what we are. And I believe that we came into this third dimensional reality because through the diversity of the breadth of experience that is available to us from the very low to the very high, we are learning more quickly. It's like we're in a classroom on steroids, if you like, if we're in an accentuated program of evolution. And this experience really is diverse. We see it all around us all of the time. And I think a lot of what's happening right now is us being able to accept the diversity, the breadth of experience and expression and perspective that we see all around us, in order that we accept it within ourselves, or rather we accept it within ourselves, and then we accept it within our external reference point, our reality. And as we accept the breadth of choice that is available to us, the choice to be different, to express ourselves differently in every now moment, what we're really learning is how to find through that the 0 point. And what I believe is happening is that all those millions of choice points align us to balance in the end. It's like experiencing both sides of the seesaw and playing with them. And in between the up and the down, the up and the down, we begin to move into this kind of middle ground, this middle moment, this pause, this 0 point vortex, which is available to us. And that vortex it's a portal. It's a portal into understanding ourselves more, because the 0 point is the doorway into self-actualization. It's when you hit that neutrality and you can perceive all of the choice points around you that you've actioned or been involved with, or that you're witnessing, or whatever, that you're seeing, experiencing, hearing, speaking, all of those things, sensing. You can come into this neutral place, see them all laid out before you, and experience them all from this neutrality. Because when you're over there on the downward seesaw, it's quite difficult to get to the upwards bit of the up seesaw, and vice versa. But as you come into middle ground, it's like you see the whole, and your perspective ascends into a higher state, and you begin to know yourself as oneness, as the 0 point that can encapsulate all of the breadth of that experience. And as you see that, you realize all of it is you, and within that you begin to embrace all of that within everybody else. And it's bringing us to this 0 point, this point of God consciousness. And as we come into that 0 point and we see all of the different perspectives, situations, feelings, thoughts available to us, experiences, we get to choose with more discernment. We get to choose from a higher knowledge, instead of being, sort of sliding down to the bottom of the seesaw, or climbing up to the top. We are in balance, and we have this breadth of choice points, and it just brings us to more discernment, and we then find more balance in our lives, and then we begin to realize and actualize in each now moment through conscious choice. We choose the next now moment. We're not sliding from one to the other. And that's because we've had the breadth of experience, and we can feel this state of grace, which is the equilibrium in the middle. And my friend Aiko would call it neutrality. But for me, it feels more like a state of grace. It's a state of inclusion. It's a state of all-knowingness. And that's the beauty of this dimension. It's bringing us to this state of grace through the diversity of the experience. And it's amazing, because what's playing out now with the Great Reveal and COVID and all of that kind of stuff, and Black Lives Matter and politics, and you just name it, basically, is everyone is in-house fighting, if you were. There's a lot of separation. There's a lot of diversity and different perspectives that are coming up to meet us. And it feels like we're in a bit of a battle with them all. And actually, we don't need to battle with them all. We need to understand that all of them are valid. They're all valid, and they're all teaching us something. They're teaching us how to come back into balance. So we need to stop fighting amongst ourselves, stop being in resistance of the up and the down, and of all of those seesaw perspectives, and find this state of grace where it's all inclusive. And of course, that state of grace, that 0 point, is unity consciousness. It's unity consciousness, which is where we're headed. And that's the lesson, really. It's really interesting. If you lose your temper, if you get annoyed, if someone's frustrating you because they won't see your viewpoint, if any of those things happen to you, if you're creating them rather, if you fall off the ladder, then embrace it. Wow, that's another perspective that gives me more diversity of choice to choose from, so I can be discerning and find that new state of grace within me. It's fantastic. Accept your imperfections, accept all of those crazy feelings and experiences where you weren't quite how you wanted to be, because they're all valid. They're all going to help you get to that place where you do wish to be, that heart's desire, 0 point, conscious creator state of grace, now moment. It's beautiful. I love it. So I'm going to just embrace being annoyed or being frustrated or never being understood or whatever, all of those things that come up, you know, daily for all of us at the moment. I'm going to begin to start enjoying them a bit more, finding them more joyous and less dense. Less dense. They don't need to be so dense. They're taking me to a state of grace. So hopefully that's been helpful to you. And yeah, it's just really expanded my consciousness. So big thanks to Aiko for that beautiful discussion. And again, I'm going to ask you, if you like this video, please like it and please share it, because I think YouTube is quashing my distribution. So I need all of your help to get these messages out to the people who need them. So if this message resonates with you, please like it and please share it with all of you, all of those that you think would benefit. Thank you so much for listening, and sending you all of you my love.